Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel. I'm Archana Singh. In this video lecture, I'm going to discuss about some questions from literary theory and linguistics which were asked in recently September 2020 exam. So after going through these questions, you will get an idea that which type of questions will be in coming NET JRF exams. So let's start. So very first question is, arrange the following in the chronological order of publication. Okay, so which one will be correct answer? Please try to answer. Check all the options. Okay, Aspects of Theory of Syntax is a book on linguistics and it was written by Noam Chomsky. It was published in 1965. Okay, Course in General Linguistics is a book by Ferdinand de Saussure and it was published in 1916. Okay, and Semiotics and Philosophy of Language was written by Umberto Eco and it was published in 1984. And the last one is How to Do Things with Words is a book by J.L. Austin and it was published in 1962. So when we arrange it in chronological order, the first one is Course in General Linguistics by Ferdinand de Saussure, which was written between 1906 to 1911 but published in 1916. The next one is of his best known words, How to Do Things with Words, which was published in 1962. And the next one is Aspect of the Theory of Syntax, which was published in 1965. And the last one is Semiotics and the Philosophy of Language, which was written by Umberto Eco and it was published in 1984. Okay, so here the right answer will be option number 3, B, D, A, C. Okay, the next question is, in Anxiety of Influence, which of the following definitions is given by Harold Bloom to explain the term clinamen? Which one will be the right answer? So here the right answer is option number 2, Poetic impression. Okay, Harold Bloom has given the definition of poetic impression to explain the term clinamen. The Anxiety of Influence, a Theory of Poetry is a 1973 book by Harold Bloom, and in this book, Bloom's central thesis is that poets are hindered. Poets are controlled in their creative process by their precursor poets. Okay, and Bloom argued that new poems originate mainly from old poems, that the primary struggle of the young poets is against the old masters, right? And in this process, he gives the 6 revisionary ratios. Clinamen, which means poetic misreading or impression proper, which was asked in questions. The next one is tessera, which means completion and antithesis. The third one is kenosis. Fourth is demonization, and fifth is ascesis, and the sixth is apophthegms. Okay, by these 6 revisionary ratios, Bloom had defined the anxiety of influence. Okay, now come to the next question. The next question is again about chronological order. We have to arrange all the terms in chronological order. So all the terms are very important. Always question asked from these terms. So let's discuss. So let's discuss the stream of consciousness. The first term is the stream of consciousness is a term used by William James in his book The Principle of Psychology. Okay, it was published in 1890. So stream of consciousness is used by William James in his book The Principle of Psychology and it was published in 1890. The next term is defamiliarization, which was first coined in 1917 by Russian formalist Viktor Shklovsky. The next term is practical criticism, and it was begun in 1920 by a Cambridge critic, I.A. Richards. And the last one is heresy of paraphrase, and it was used by American literary critic Clint Brooke in his book Will Wrote On, and it was published in 1949. Okay. So here the right answer is option number 3, B, D, C and A. Okay. First is stream of consciousness, then defamiliarization, then practical criticism, and last one is heresy of paraphrase. The next question is, which two of the following dramatists are associated with the epic theatre? So here the right answer is option number B and C, Bertolt Brecht and Arnold Braunin. These two are associated with epic theatre. The term epic theatre comes from Erwin Piscator's work, and it was popularized by Bertolt Brecht. And through this term, epic theatre, Brecht wanted his audience to remain objective and unemotional during his plays so that they could make rational judgment about the political aspect of his work. Right? And Arnold Braunin was friend of Bertolt Brecht, and both are associated with epic theatre. Okay. The next question is, who among the following presented the concept of multi-essentiality of the sign, saying that sign possesses an inner dialectical quality and evaluative assent? Which one will be correct answer? Here the right answer is option number 4, Valentin Volosinov. The next question is, which two texts among the following are linked to literary feminism? Which one is correct? Here the right answer is option number B and D. The Yellow Wallpaper and A Room of One's Own are linked to literary feminism. The Yellow Wallpaper is a work by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, and there's a character Jane in this work, and through this character Perkins had described the women's suffering and depression. A Room of One's Own is an essay by Virginia Woolf, and the central idea of this work is freedom. Financial freedom to pursue knowledge and creativity. It contains Woolf's famous argument that a woman must have money and a room of her own if she is to write fiction. Next question is, who among the following linguists proposed the term competence and performance? Which one will be correct answer? Here the right answer is Noam Chomsky. In aspect of theory of syntax, Noam Chomsky has given this term competence and performance. Right. The next question is, who among the following theorists particularly emphasize the social and historical dimensions of a text receptions? Which one will be correct answer? Here the right answer is Hans Robert Jauss. Hans Robert Jauss' versions of reception theory was introduced in late 1960, and in this reception theory, Jauss was focused on reader rather than author or text. The next question is, which one of the following assumptions best expresses the position of post-structuralist criticism? Which one will be right answer? Here the right answer is apprehension of reality is construct. Apprehension of reality is a construct. Post-structuralism is a reaction against the structuralism, and here are some basic differences between structuralism and post-structuralism. Which of the following is correct about Sacher analysis of language? Please check the options. Here the right answer is option number 1. Langue is the system of language. Ferdinand de Saussure has given the term langue and parole, and I have provided the notes of these terms. Which one of these statements define the scope of semiotics? Please check the option. Here the right answer is option number 2. Semiotics is study of science systems. The next question is, which two terms among the following are associated with formalist criticism? Here the right answer is defamiliarization and foregrounding. These two terms are associated with formalist criticism.